Hi, Ben here from APT. Folks, today I want to talk to you about protecting the rear diff of your Disco 2. For those that have had the unfortunate experience of sliding backward down a climb or dropping off an edge and crunching their rear diff, they know that damage can bring your day to an entire halt. The APT Discovery 2-slotted diff guard design provides you with hardcore protection for both your front and rear diffs. As with all APT products, the fixings provided are all high quality, so all you need are a couple of basic hand tools and you're on your way. What do you get? 6mm 350 grade slider to encapsulate the rear diff, a 3mm 350 grade connection plate to tie the guard in at the top of the diff for better strength, new 8.8 high tensile BSF bolts and washers for mounting underneath the diff, and an 8mm high tensile bolt for the connection plate to the slider diff guard at the top. The APT Discovery 2 slider diff guard uses all existing factory fitment points, so no drilling or welding is required. Firstly, before we can start the install, we need to remove some of the existing furniture. For this we're going to need a 13mm socket and a 24mm socket. Take the 24mm one off first. Change to the 13 and we'll attack the underside. Keep these ones, guys. This thread's pretty rare, hard to find. With this side, we have to be careful towards the end. This lump of metal is quite weighty. We don't want to drop that on ourselves. Thread's nearly out. Make sure we've got a hold of everything. Down it comes, nice and safe. Now to start the install, we'll start by putting the top connecting plate on first. So basically, you know where it goes at the top. You've located the two bolts we need to undo. With the use of the 13mm socket again, we'll get these two undone. One down, one to go. Now that we have them removed, we put them back in, but this time with a plate. And remember guys, with all assemblies, only loose. So get a couple of threads in to get it started, and that's enough for now. Get the other one in. Give it a jiggle, we know it's loose. Now it's time for the slider. Now it's time to offer the actual slider up into place. So we just slide it over the diff like so. And with the BSF bolts provided in the kit, get those started with a couple of turns each so it can't fall down. Like so. Now it's time to turn our attention to the connecting plate at the top. Now it's time to start the final bolt in the assembly. This one's a little bit fiddly. So what we're going to do is get the 8mm bolt through the connecting plate into the slider itself. Let's give it a go. Alright, now to put this little bolt in. Let's go through the top and get him started. We've got the bolt through, now we're going to get the nut on the underside. So I'll try and get him in place. So a second go. Here we go. Bit of pressure on there. Want him in. That's got him. Because we left all the bolts nice and loose during the installation, we've been able to get all the bolts started. Now for the tightening sequence, we'll start with the BSF bolts first underneath. For that we're going to need a 5/8 socket. Because we're playing with protective gear in an impact zone now guys, Make sure these are done up nice and tight. Check the one again. One more. Now to the top. The next on the list are the two top bolts that we took out to start with to get the retaining plate on. Get that 13mm socket back into action. I'll do these up nice and tight as well. And the other one. One to go and we're done. Now with the use of your 13mm spanner and your 13mm socket, we tighten the final bolt on the top of the connecting plate. A couple more turns and she's all done. Right now it should look like this, nice and tight next to no clearance. Job done. Rock solid rear diff protection on your Disco 2, done in your driveway at home. Guys, I'm Ben from APT Fabrications. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, email me or call me. I look forward to seeing you out in the tracks.